What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Matt Weik, Weik Fitness. Thank you so much for tuning into another podcast. Today, I want to talk about something that I think a lot of people are afraid of, and that's fast food. And now, while I'm not saying to go out and eat every single meal out somewhere, don't be afraid to sit down or go out with your family. If you have kids, I know my son loves chicken nuggets. So who am I to say, oh, nope, you can't have that. I'm not going to be that type of parent that, yes, I'm going to watch the things that my child eats on a regular basis, but if every once in a while he wants chicken nuggets and french fries, who am I to tell him no? He needs the calories to begin with. But, there are other things that you can work into the diet that kind of counterbalances everything. And not only that, but as a parent or as an adult or as a young adult, there are so many different choices that you can choose from when it comes to fast food that you can literally eat lunch or dinner, even breakfast at a fast food restaurant, and you can still make smart decisions and wise choices in terms of your nutrition. So I think we all just need to chill out a little bit. And yes, we have an obesity epidemic on our hands. Is some of that due to fast food? Yeah, okay, absolutely. Let's face it. If you're consuming 1,000 calories at one sitting, and that's just one of your meals, and technically you should only be taking in, say, 1,800, 2,000, 2,200 calories, more than likely you're going to have a surplus at the end of the day, which is going to account for weight gain. So, I think we all just need to chill out a little bit. You can go, listen, I'm going to use myself as an example. When I worked for a supplement company and I had my own territory, I covered like 12 different states. I was all over the place. So I really didn't have a choice. Yes, I would take my, George Foreman grill, or I would decide to eat at a restaurant where I could, get a steak and get it made with no butter, and I could get my steamed broccoli and some brown rice and whatever the case may be. I love that. But if I needed something real quick in between meetings, I would just stop by a Chick-fil-A. I would get a grilled chicken sandwich, no mayonnaise. Sometimes I wouldn't even eat the bun. I would just go, and sometimes I would order the sandwich, but just the chicken breast. And something makes me think that it was maybe like $1.10, something like that, $1.20, for just the chicken breast. So, they would end up giving you like a packet of honey if you really wanted that, which, I didn't use. But, the fact of the matter is, we can all make wise decisions when we go out to eat. So if your kid wants chicken nuggets, or if your kid wants pizza, go get that. Don't deprive your kid. Now look, I'm not saying to give in every time, because obviously kids would love to take advantage of their parents and constantly be going out to eat at these fast food restaurants. Get the toy if they get a kid's meal, or go play in the playground area if they have such, like at McDonald's Playland or whatever they end up calling it. But the fact of the matter is, there are so many decisions, and a lot of the fast food places are being smarter with the things that they make. And, you can get chicken breast just about anywhere these days. And, and it's not bad. So you really need to look at what your body type is. So let's just say you're an ectomorph, and you have the hardest time putting on size. It seems like whatever you eat equates to nothing at the end of the day. It's almost like you have a hollow leg or something that all these calories are going to. So you can get away with eating more. So for instance, let's just say you go to Wendy's. You can get a Dave single, but just hold the cheese, hold the mayo. You're gonna get your carbs. You got your micronutrients from the vegetables that are gonna be on it. You got your protein, obviously, from the burger, and you're holding out a lot of the different things that you don't need, like the the fats that would be coming from the mayonnaise, the cheese, so on and so forth. So, I mean, there are a lot of different things that you can do. You can even get a small fry if you want. I mean, don't deprive yourself if you're an ectomorph. You're going to need those calories. But, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're going to something like Chipotle and you tend to hold fat, quite easily, you're like an endomorph, then, you need to shift your food selection a little bit. You're not going to go there and eat a gigantic burrito and take all of those carbs in. Maybe you're going to get the chicken salad bowl, and, you're going to fill it with, your healthy beans. You're going to skip the cheese. Maybe you do double chicken just to up the protein a little bit, and then you're going to add, your mild salsa or hot salsa or whatever the case may be. But, at the end of the day, fast food isn't the devil, so to speak. You gotta stop looking at just one meal and look at the big picture. What are you eating throughout the entire day? Not just in one meal. Yes, that one meal can, crush your macros for the day. But at the end of the day, fast food's not the enemy. You can go there, you can get salads, and yes, some of the salads are worse than if you got like a value meal. But you need to understand that the things that you put on are generally going to be what makes it even worse. I mean, lettuce is lettuce. Let's face it. But if you're putting on the cheese, the croutons, the noodles, whatever the case may be, a lot of what is hurting our nutrition at the end of the day are all of the extra, condiments that have, sugar in them, or, whatever sides that you get with a meal. I mean, a lot of times, you can substitute fries for a side salad, or even like a baked potato if you really want to. Most places have fruit these days. So, I mean, don't stop driving past and thinking that McDonald's and Burger King, Taco Bell, In-N-Out Burger, Chipotle, whatever. Stop thinking that they're, the enemy. They're not really the enemy. While they're looking at profits at the end of the day, it's not like their MO is, I want to make America fat. It's not like that. It's no different than any other restaurant, only, their selection is a lot less. And yeah, maybe they're not preparing the food the same way that you would do it yourself, but you can make those decisions on your own. You can get a salad and hold all the extra junk that they would put on it, and get a light, vinaigrette or some type of dressing to put on top of it. You can hold the cheese. Maybe you can ask if they actually prepare the salad and it's not already pre-made. Get extra tomatoes. Get extra cucumbers, whatever the case may be. I mean, cucumbers are great in terms of consuming them for the volume aspect of it, because there's virtually no calories in it. So there's nothing to lose by adding it to your salads. But I mean, at the end of the day, the bottom line of what I'm trying to get here is, if you can make smart, wise decisions in terms of what you're eating on a daily basis, you can eat out and not have to worry. You just need to be conscious of the decisions that you're making from a food standpoint while you're there. I mean, obviously, if you're going to a place like Pizza Hut, yeah, they have salads now. But if you're going to grab a large pizza and you're going to load up the toppings and eat the whole thing, then obviously you have an issue. But at the end of the day, you got to stop looking at these places as a food source that you shouldn't consider, because you can. It's inexpensive, it's convenient, it's fast, it's easy. And if you're in a pinch, they serve their purpose. And again, I'm not saying go out to eat every meal or go out every day to get something. The best thing that you can do is obviously, prepare your own meals. Take them to work. Take them to the office. Take them to your kids' practice, whatever the case may be. Pack your kids' lunch instead of having the school lunch if you're worried about what they're eating at school. Those are all your decisions. But at the end of the day, stop, villainizing all of these different fast food restaurants. And trust me, I'm not promoting these types of restaurants. I'm not. But, I'm not naive to think that I'm not going to use it and I'm not going to be a hypocrite and say, oh, well, you shouldn't eat at these places. Because I do. I got a kid. He likes his chicken nuggets. And again, it's not something that he gets all the time. So, maybe once in a blue moon every once in a while. So, stop worrying about where you can and can't eat. We live in an age now where you can look on the menu and find something. So just be aware of that. Figure out what you should and shouldn't be eating based off of what your health and fitness goals are. If you're trying to put on size, you can get away with being a little relaxed with what you eat there. But if you're trying to lose weight and cut body fat, then you need to be more conscious of what's up on that menu. You need to look for more, low carb, maybe low fat, something higher in protein. And everybody's different. Some people, a lot of people are on this keto diet. Am I following it? No, I'm not. It's honestly, in my mind, most people are not going to be able to follow it. If you have a balanced diet of protein, fats, and carbohydrates, and your choices for each of those macronutrients is an intelligent one and not, okay, so if I have carbs and fats, I'm just going to eat ice cream because it fills both and, because I can. You need to be a little bit more intelligent when it comes to that. But at the end of the day, don't be afraid of eating fast food. If you're in a pinch, you're in between meetings, you're going from one office to the next or whatever the case may be, and you see those golden arches and you're like, man, I'm starving. Okay, I need to eat. Just dip in. You can find something there that will fit, whatever diet you're trying to follow, whatever macro ratios that you're trying to follow. It's not difficult. You just need to know what you're looking for, and it's up on the menu. And sometimes you can even ask. So let's say you do have issues losing weight and dropping body fat, but you're really hungry for a burger. A lot of places, you can substitute the bun for lettuce. So instead of your hamburger and all the toppings, the onion, the lettuce, the tomato, pickles, whatever, instead of it being on a bun, they just slap it between pieces of lettuce, lettuce leaves. So it cuts down on the calories, it cuts down on the carbs, and it's a simple, easy fix. So just be aware of that and be conscious. And don't be afraid to ask, because you know what? If you don't ask, the answer is already no. So if you say, hey man, instead of getting it on a bun, could I get it, between two pieces of lettuce? More than likely, they're going to say yes. And not only that, but it's probably going to save them money in the long run. And sometimes they'll even give you a price break. So don't be afraid to ask. And just tell them, say, hey man, just trying to lose weight. Any chance you guys can substitute the bun for some lettuce and just put the hamburger in between the two pieces of lettuce? 9 times out of 10, they're going to be like, yeah, no problem. Because they already have the lettuce for the burgers anyway. So they're just going to slap it in between it. And that's really all I got for today. I don't want to drag this out, too long. Because some of these I can go off on a tangent and my 5 to 10 minute podcast ends up being a, 30, 45 minute podcast going off on tangents. So that's all I got. Just be more conscious of the things that you're eating on a daily basis. And don't be afraid to drop into a fast food restaurant if that's where you need to go just to grab something quick, something easy, something convenient, something inexpensive. You don't want to sit down and drop $20 on a meal at a nice restaurant, but you need some type of food because you didn't plan your meal, or you forgot it in the fridge, or you left the office and you forgot to grab it out of the fridge. Whatever the case may be, don't be afraid to stop into a fast food restaurant. There's stuff there that you can eat. There's stuff there that your kids can eat. It doesn't matter what type of diet or nutrition or lifestyle, whatever. There's veggie burgers, you name it. So don't be afraid to stop into a fast food restaurant. There's something there for you. Don't listen to all these people who are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you eat fast food. Well, you know what? I can't believe you're so naive to think that there's not something there for everybody, because there is these days. They're getting smarter. They're trying to reach a wider demographic, a wider audience. And so, they're coming out with all these things: tofu burgers, veggie burgers, chicken, fish. Instead of having the fried food, now they're doing grilled, stuff like grilled chicken instead of the fried chicken and stuff like that. Even places like Chick-fil-A, who they're known for their, I guess you can call it fried chicken, but it's more breaded than anything. It's not really, fried hard like when you think of like Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's a lot different than that. But even they are, switching over to the grilled. Even Kentucky Fried Chicken, known for their, fried chicken, is doing grilled. So, I mean, everyone's, here with the times. They're looking after everybody. They're trying to find something that everyone can eat, regardless of what you're trying to follow. So, show them some love. If you need something quick, just stop in. There's something for you there. Don't keep demonizing these places, because if you demonize fast food restaurants, you might as well demonize all of the restaurants. Because if you think that if you go to Longhorn or Outback or Olive Garden or any of those places, if you think that they're not putting stuff in there that you probably would deem as unhealthy, then you're only kidding yourself. They're putting oils in. They're putting loads of butter in. They're putting different things in products. They're putting butter on their steamed broccoli. They're putting, butter on this. They're putting oil on that. And all of those things, guess what? They have calories. So even if you're trying to consume healthy foods, don't think that these restaurants aren't putting stuff in there that don't necessarily make them healthy options. So that's all I got for today. I don't want to drag this out any further. I hope you guys are having an amazing week. Temperatures here in Pennsylvania are slowly rising now that spring is here, which is nice. Hopefully we can get rid of some of this snow. And I always love when warm weather comes. So I hope you guys are staying warm wherever you are. I hope the sun is shining. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, an amazing rest of your week, an awesome weekend, and I will chat with you guys next week.